What's up troopers, my name is Neon, I hope you guys are doing well. Before we get into the video, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it. So now let's keep that love going, so leave a like. The weapon what we are talking about today, you have probably seen it in most FPS games. Honestly, what game hasn't introduced AKs into their game? It's such a common weapon for most FPS games. And the AK-24 is just one of them weapons what can perform extremely well in Battlefield 2042. This weapon is mainly performed as medium range, but it does an extreme amount of high power rounds. The AK-24 can do up to firepower of 52, accuracy as 57, range as 63, handling as 35, and the rate of fire of 650. A weapon like this is not really performed as close range. Yes, you can do quite well if you're the right player for it, but medium range is your definitely go-to situations. Because of the slower fire rate, you have way more better accuracy and recoil control, and because you have better accuracy, you're going to outperform anyone else who has a lower weapon, like an SMG or a pistol, and that with itself is definitely going to be a weapon you should be using. When it comes to my attachments, what I really would prefer is more of the aggressive style. I love getting nitty and gritty, so it's always been them dot sights. If you guys have been watching my live streams, then you can see I just always go with the regular dot sight. But a weapon like the AK, as I said, it is a lot more of a slower rate of fire, and accuracy is very important. And sometimes when you're doing mid-range gunfights, it can be a little bit tricky, but that all depends on your FOV and your right settings. For me, I'm very comfortable to just use regular dot sights and have mid gunfights, but for some people they might be struggling and they probably want a lot more of a further sight, and I totally get that. So use your sights what's your personal preference. When it comes to the magazine count, it has to be the drum mag. The drum mag is the most ammunition you can get with this weapon, so it makes no sense why you wouldn't use it. The problem is when you are using the standard issue drum mag, the reload speed can be a lot more slower. But if you want that reload speed to just be a little bit more faster, then you could go with the standard issue extended mags. If you want that reload speed to be a little bit more faster, then you can go with the standard issue extended mags. But the reload speeds are quite the same, so I really just stick with the drum mag. And then for my third magazine, it has to be the high powered extended, because that is something really good you should be using as well, as it performs high powered rounds, and that makes that weapon up to a 57 damage. Now let's talk about the muzzle, what I use with the AK. The champion muzzle brake is my go-to. It gives you that way more better recoil control. Honestly troopers, that should be the go-to muzzle you should be using anyway. There is one thing I really do love using, and I do recommend you guys should be using as well, especially if you do like doing flanks, and that is the wrap suppressor. Using that absolutely changes nothing when it comes to your damage. Yes, you still pick up on the minimap, but because you are using a suppressor, you're extremely quiet. Because as I said before, with this weapon, yes, it is a slower fire rate weapon, and recoil does really matter, as if your recoil's a lot more better, you're just going to have a lot more fun in their mid-range gunfights. And that's why the laser sight is my go-to. Yes, you're not going to have too many issues when you need to hit fire with this weapon. You just never know what situations you're going to be in. So a weapon like this being a lot more slower, if you don't have good laser sight, hit fire and accuracy, you're going to be pretty much screwed. So you want to be using that, and the laser sight is really good with hit fire accuracy while moving. And just put a cherry on the top, it actually has better recoil control as well. So you just seriously can't go wrong with that. Honestly troopers, laser sight is just one of them go-to things I feel like most people should be using anyway, just because of the insane benefits it can give you. But what is really nice about the assault rifles is that you can actually have a nade launcher, and that's what I definitely do. How can you go wrong without using a nade launcher? You could do so many cool moments with the nade launcher, and I just feel like that's just something you need to be using. That is the AK-24. It's one of my favorite guns. It's my most tiered weapon as well, and I absolutely love it. Anyway troopers, you gotta let me know what your favorite weapon is in Battlefield 2042. Anyway troopers, thank you very much for listening to me talk. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, be a part of Pink Wig Army. I'll see you troopers in the next video. Peace.